So here it is, digital cash. Everybody's on the moon. Crypto is going mainstream very, very soon. What did your daddy do when he sees your mama buying Bitcoin? Welcome everybody to another live episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Superman, your superhero of cryptocurrency. In today's episode, I am going to be talking a little bit about what's been happening with this Winklevoss ETF situation, talking a little bit about altcoin news, and finally talking about what I perceive to be the future, or what I foresee to be the future of cryptocurrency, and how I believe it's going to change everything. Cryptocurrency right now tends to be looked at as something to make the gains on, make the multipliers on. But one day it's going to be something far more serious than that. So if you're excited to learn about what crypto is going to look like in the future, smash up ye old likes, smash them up. If you're looking forward to crypto being part of our future, definitely smash those likes up. And don't forget to subscribe to Team Superman for a daily or almost daily cryptocurrency video. Turning into Crypto Daily now, where he's not daily anymore. Anyway, so currently, having seen Bitcoin at 7,800 this morning, Bitcoin has soared up $400 to 8,200 again. Now, what caused the potential dip in Bitcoin? Well, this was one of the reasons why I believed Bitcoin was going to go down. Bitcoin traders await for July the 27th as the CME BTC futures contract ended yesterday, so set to expire. So I truly imagined that this would happen. But it was funny because then this happened. Okay, so Winklevoss Brothers Bitcoin ETF rejected by the SEC for the second time. Now, I personally believe that is quite convenient timing, that at the time of Bitcoin shorting, whales shorting, that such information should come out. Obviously, I've said to you time and time again, whales are well ahead of the game. In fact, sometimes whales manipulate the game, make such things happen, so the price drops, get a little bit lower. At the moment, it's a trader's environment. It's a proper good time if you're a trader to make money off the bounces, off the swings, basically. So, Winklevoss Brothers ETF rejected by the SEC for a second time. Now, if we have a look at what has been made of this article, a US Bitcoin ETF launched in 2018. Good luck with that. If we have a look at the Winklevoss story, we can see article after article after article, essentially where people are, loads of mainstream media outlets, CNBC, CNN Future, Wall Street Journal, Mashable, this by NASDAQ. We are seeing basically all of the big media outlets spreading this. However, where in any of these do you see appeal has been rejected? Because that's what it was. They had their ETF application rejected, and then they appealed it, to which they were unsuccessful in the appeal. But you would not think that, given the news articles that are spreading this news. Now, this is spreading it to people not in cryptocurrency, looking at it, thinking, right, okay, so again, no legitimacy in cryptocurrency if a Bitcoin ETF has been rejected. So again, it puts a negative spin on things again. Anyway, if we have a look at this article from the ICO Journal, what it actually says is, a source from CBOE says the Winklevoss denial is irrelevant and was expected anyway. And what this article goes on to say is that ultimately the Winklevoss twins, the Gemini exchange, doesn't carry a lot of weight compared to the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. It is not in any way, shape or form the same kind of credibility, legitimacy and likelihood. So it's almost just saying, look, just forget it. Now, what this has caused as a result of these articles is, if you look in most of the cryptocurrency forums, is people saying, oh, an ETF is just definitely not going to happen. How can it happen? Because of XYZ reasons. basically saying something along the lines of, well, the volatility. Why are they going to put people in a situation, put investors who they are trying to make a safe haven for with cryptocurrency, why would they put them in danger of really volatile, speculative market? Why would they do that? And to be brutally frank, I don't think that the volatility is going to go anywhere until we have an ETF, and therefore an ETF is a great thing for the legitimacy, for the long-term stability, well, a sense of stability, not complete stability. We don't want the stock market again. But anyway, the people who didn't listen to this, the clever people who used it as an opportunity maybe to trade but not to FUD the rest of the community, actually made a good gain, have made good profits today. If you're a holder like me, then what happens with FUD doesn't really impact you. Okay, yes, you look at your portfolio and then every now and again you'll have a very, very bad day. Last night on my, this morning on my Blockfolio didn't look very good. Now it's looking a hell of a lot better. And this is the great thing about holding, because traders can most of the time lose in situations where the price goes down, because then they think to themselves, oh, it's likely to go down to 7,800, 7,700, 7,600. I'm going to wait for it to properly correct, have a proper pullback, go all the way down here before I get in. And of course, the people who didn't do that, well, there was like almost a see you later candlestick here, where it's like, we spiked up in price, adios if you didn't believe. So this is why it's a good thing to be a holder. But anyway, so the price has gone down just a little bit. It was 8,220. It's gone down just slightly, but nothing to be worried about in my personal opinion. Anyway, what is happening altcoin-wise? So altcoin-wise, Binance have basically announced that they are going to be supporting this airdrop to the VeChain Tor holders. Okay, so as a result of that, VeChain has absolutely spiked up. Absolutely spiked up. The other day, VeChain was at let me have a look. VeChain was at a ridiculous $1.60, $1.59 or something. It had really plummeted. And it was an absolutely bad time for VeChain, because similar with the Bitcoin ETF, people were fudding on VeChain and saying, oh, whatever, L Bank's down and blah blah blah, and as a result, something went down on the whole with the swap, I think. But look at the state of play. From $1.64 to yesterday, $2.67. It went up a whole dollar. So if you held VeChain through that dip, brilliant. If you sold it, well, you've learned a lesson, essentially. So VeChain doing rather well today. So let's now move on to what I was wanting to talk about, which is the future. So let me just make sure that you can hear me and all that good stuff. Yes, you can. Make sure you smash up ye old like, by the way. Smash it up, because there's just been a ridiculous shortage recently of like spikes. Okay, so smash it up. If you are of the intelligent people that watch Team Superman, essentially, smash up that like. Smash it up right now. There's 600 people watching and only less than 100 likes, so smash it up. Anyway, so why will crypto change everything? So what are the signs of this? Okay, now I'm going to tell you my personal opinion straight after this. So let's just have a look. So this is one of the newest articles. Iran plans national cryptocurrency as new US sanctions loom. So Iran may soon issue its own cryptocurrency as a way to bypass new economical sanctions enacted by Donald Trump. So this is a way of not succumbing to power. This, in essence, shows a lot of what cryptocurrency is about. Disruption and decentralization of the traditional powers. So this is big news, and this is very recent. We've also got some more recent-ish stuff. Venezuela's new petro-backed national currency to start circulating soon. Another cryptocurrency-based national currency. Then we've got Circle. Circle, this was a while ago. Circle is going to be introducing a stable coin. Companies are going to start releasing their own coins to achieve what they are looking to achieve from the community. A similar thing with Facebook. Okay, now Facebook has had a very, very bad day, had a very bad day yesterday, but I am not ruling out that this is not the ultimate master plan. Facebook reportedly plans to launch its own cryptocurrency. Amazon will launch its own cryptocurrency. Now, although these are speculative articles, I have absolutely no doubt this is going to be the case. Like you see already with Kin and them introducing this monetization with cryptocurrency and adding cryptocurrency as a method of payment within apps and to pay for in-app purchases and things like that. I think that's just the beginning. Okay, we are in the absolute beginning of where we are going to be when this goes mainstream. Okay, when it's in people's periphery already, that they know what digital cash is. Essentially a way of being cashless, a way of being completely cashless. Now, recently, my brother booked a holiday to go. I can't remember where it is, but he's going to a cashless hotel, right? A hotel that doesn't want to accept normal cash as a method of paying for things within the hotel. What does that kind of lead you to believe could be the future, not just for that hotel, but for hotels, for buying property, for buying cars, for buying insurance? Is this cashless and tokenized industry, this tokenized kind of currency, which I believe is going to be more and more prevalent as cryptocurrency kind of goes into mainstream and everybody is aware of it and people start buying into it. At the moment, we are still kind of at 1.5% of the entire world population in cryptocurrency. It's going to take till about 20 to 25% before we see some more major moves and where it's going to be more adopted, more used. So what I foresee for the future is that pretty much every service is going to be tokenized. If you want to buy groceries from your local store, your local supermarket is going, or mart or whatever, is going to have their own cryptocurrency. Okay, if you want to buy something from Walmart, use Walmart coin. If you want to buy something from, I don't know, Macy's, use Macy coin. And basically what you're going to be able to do is just be able to exchange something for something, get some Macy tokens, or fiat for Macy, and be able to use tokens for that specific service. I think that what we have seen in just these articles here is we are going to see countries and retailers and all sorts of payment services being used using cryptocurrency. Another thing that I foresee for the future is we are going to start seeing the greater disruption, where we are going to see truly online cryptocurrency based businesses. We're already seeing it with the likes of platforms like Steemit, where essentially you can earn cryptocurrency and you're going to be able to use that cryptocurrency for something in the future. Those Steam tokens are not purely just going to be for Steam power or to convert into fiat. You're going to be able to buy stuff with Steam tokens in the future. And when you look at things like when you look at infrastructures like Ethereum and Neo and Hashgraph and Jura and all of these infrastructures that are going to come with time, that's going to enable very, very fast transactions for free, and in a very seamless fashion with the blockchain of whatever business is using these infrastructures to create a truly online business. That is where you are going to see the true disruption. Quite a few years ago now, the internet was looked at the same way. People were saying, oh, the internet isn't going to be a thing. Who's going to want to browse the internet? It's not going to be anything. There were very few websites. There was very little utility. But look where we are kind of 20 years later. We are in a ecosystem where there are tons and tons of internet businesses, tons and tons of websites, all offering different things because of the internet. Sorry, the internet has truly disrupted business, and cryptocurrency is going to add more disruption, and for the better, obviously, and it's going to have disruption with regards to currency in general, where we are going to see nations using digital cash rather than, using, cash notes or whatever, bills. That's not going to be the case in the future. So why I'm using this as an example is because I think this is a natural way that the world is going to go. Because, again, going back to the internet argument, there was once upon a time a time where people said the internet were for thieves, for dark web stuff, to access really dark web services, the stuff that still exists, right? But that's what they thought it was going to be. It was going to be used by criminals, essentially, right? And it was going to be used as a way of dodging, the traditional bricks and mortar way of paying for things, and therefore be untraceable. And of course, cryptocurrency has got exactly that same stigma. Okay, the same stigma the internet had at the very beginning, where people say it was a fad, where people say it's not going to be used, it's never going to be a thing. Cryptocurrency is following the exact same stigma as that. And typically that is, in my opinion, social proof. That is validation that this is going to be a disruptive thing. And they're not killing it. What we see right now is we are seeing, right now, right here, as I'm scrolling down, we are seeing the equivalent of websites. These cryptocurrencies are the equivalent of websites, okay? So the websites that existed back in 1998 were superseded by better businesses, by better names, by better brands. I mean, who looks at pets.com anymore? But pets.com was the big unicorn back in the very early stages of the internet. No one cares about that anymore. Similar could happen to Ethereum, where in the early stages of cryptocurrency, Ethereum was that big building infrastructure where you could build dApps and all that kind of thing. Well, but the likes of Hashgraph are going to completely destroy the performance of infrastructures like Ethereum. It's going to enable people to build truly, non-latent businesses, online businesses, where you can pay for something and have it instantly. Not with stuff like Bitcoin. Hopefully the Lightning Network will come at some point, but you don't want to wait for these confirmation times before a payment goes through for something. You want something instant and fast and free. Okay, so you will want something like a Nano, or something like, an IOTA or Jura, or one of these feeless cryptocurrencies. So that is what I believe is going to definitely happen. And I think that what we are seeing now, the top 10, the top 100, are likely to be superseded. But I don't think Bitcoin's going to go anywhere. Bitcoin, I think, is going to remain the gold of the modern era. And I also believe that as far as the businesses that we see right now, the projects that we see right here, right now, they are going to be superseded. And really, it's a case of making sure that you stay ahead of the game. Some won't be superseded. Some, I believe, are businesses good enough to outlast the bubble bursting of cryptocurrency. When a bubble eventually bursts, like with what happened with the dot-com boom, when the bubble eventually bursts, there will be an emergence of, right, these are the ones that are here to stay. The Amazons, the eBays, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the YouTubes, those are here to stay. And some of these are going to be here to stay. And I've already I think I bring up pretty much all the time ones that I believe are here to stay. So that is the state of play, I believe, with how the world is going to be. But not only that, I want to end on another thing, right? Something that's a little bit more serious in my opinion. So when I it was about 18 months ago, I would say, 18 months ago, I was broke, right? 18 months ago, I had minus $60 or £40 in my bank. Minus, okay? It was Christmas 2016 and I had nothing at all, and was in minus figures. And my net worth essentially was in minus, right? So, if I came across a homeless person and they were saying, oh, please give me change, to be brutally frank, I was probably in a worse financial position than he was in. But the fact of the matter is that cryptocurrency has completely changed what's happened to me. It's completely changed, my life. Really, on a serious and, a personal note, it has truly changed my life. I thank my lucky stars every day that I'm in this space, that you're in this space with me. I thank my lucky stars. But it's not just me I'm thinking about. When we look at platforms like Steemit, okay, when we see that you can get paid for writing blogs, you can't do that with Facebook. The average person in, an impoverished country, unless even in poorer parts of rich countries, if they go on Facebook, okay, Facebook's probably in hardly at the forefront of their mind, but to post on Facebook gets you nothing, okay? To put a post on Steemit and have it upvoted, if it's a good quality post, you could get anything from, you could just get a huge amount of money, right? In Steem, right? My son has got more money in Steem than he has in his own bank as a result of something like Steemit. Steemit can essentially bring equilibrium back in terms of finances. It can restore people's net worth. Just things like Steemit. And there's more businesses. I hope there's going to be way more platforms in the future that's going to remove the centralized kind of platforms that we see right now. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that kind of stuff, which you get no money really, unless you're an influencer. You get no money for posting on. There's absolutely no incentive for doing it. And they can kick you off at any time. Omar from Crypto News got kicked off of Facebook. They banned him, right? That's what happens with a centralized social network or a centralized platform like that. They decide the rules. It's not a decentralized structure where there's no overlord. There's no one that can kick you out. And that is what I am hoping for cryptocurrency. And that is why I think it's going to change things. And why I think that it's going to, because the thing is if you look at national currencies, if you look at economic situations in the poorer countries, right? There's not an equality in the currency. Okay, there's not an equality in the currency. There is no discrimination with cryptocurrencies. It's the same globally, no matter where you are. It's the same price. Now, buying into it may be more difficult. It may be easier for me to put a lot of money into cryptocurrency and get a decent amount of tokens or coins back than somebody in a poorer country that has less money. However, the platforms that are going to enable people to make money with nothing, they're going to be able to not have to put anything in to get something out, like Steemit, is going to radically change, I believe, the equilibrium. It's going to make things more equal, which is why I believe it just needs to happen and is going to happen. Because I think it's going to take a massive power to change it. It's a little bit like a 51% attack on a cryptocurrency blockchain, okay? I think the power is going to get so large, there's going to be so much momentum behind cryptocurrency, it's going to be difficult to reverse that and actually do an attack on it so that you quash it. So that's my own personal opinion. Let me know in the comments if you agree. And in the meantime, let me just say hi to some of you peeps who have managed to stay with me throughout the course of this video. So, any questiones? Say hi, by the way, if you are still here. Lisa Marie is here. Angie is here. Bernard is here. Bernard's here without any fail these days. Always here. Karan is here. Good to see you peeps. Who else? Will Bradbury's here. Will Bradbury, who was quite literally excited about the... Super, why don't you talk about Trinity anymore? If I'm honest with you, the reason I don't talk about Trinity is because I am less informed about what's happening at Trinity because Lola's left. But as far as I'm led to believe, they're doing quite a few things in the background. I just don't think they're overly communicative about it. I mean, it is now lost 2/3 of its ICO price, and that is just insane. That is just insane. Now, like with a lot of cryptocurrencies, I mean, if we look at Ethos, for instance, I mean, Ethos was at $1.05 this morning. $1.07 now. I mean, to be brutally frank, a year ago it was probably worth more than this. So, well, it wasn't. It was around about August that it really took off. But, we are seeing some ridiculous falls. However, I think that you've got to think about it like you're in a swimming pool and you've got an inflatable ball, right? When you push that ball down into the water, right, and then you let it go, it springs up, right? So what's been happening with Ethos, with Trinity, with a lot of most of the cryptocurrencies that exist today, they have been pushed down, they have been suppressed, they have been not allowed to get afloat. But as soon as the hands let go, as soon as the clouds clear, like I say, for the whales to really go in, set off this FOMO rally where the mainstream gets in, it's going to be the equivalent of just letting it go and then the ball really, really going up high. Now, during this 7-month period, the ball has been pushed further down. What happens when the ball is pushed further down? It flies up much higher. And that's why I've always believed that when the bear market corrects, when the bear movements correct around Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies, it's going to be a violent surge, a very violent impulse wave on the up. Much more violent than this. And I hope that the ETF is going to be the thing that actually kind of is the catalyst for that. I do think that despite a lot of what people say in the naysayers, that an ETF is going to happen. It may not happen in August, September, but I think it's definitely going to happen. At some point, it's definitely going to happen because they can't avoid it for forever. They can't. And I do think this is our best chance. And I am personally optimistic, or realistic, I'd say, about it. So that's what I think. That's what I think. Long answer to your question about Trinity. Anything others? Any good questions? Let me have a look. Oh, Rhiannon's here. Dazfire, a.k.a. Rhiannon. Crypto Cougar is here, a.k.a. June. Crypto Chick is here. Nice. Nice, all these people. Now people are going to say, oh, Super only talks if I'm a girl. So anyway, yeah, but it's really only the girls that like send me hearts and stuff. So if you want a hello, send me hearts. Anyway, so I think that's it. Nano buying opportunity, yeah, more than likely, yes. More than likely, yes. Hey, Lucky Singh, good to see you here. Sentinel, I've heard of Sentinel Protocol. The thing is that there are a lot of really exciting cryptocurrencies at pre-sale right now. And at well, not really at ICO, mainly at pre-sale. However, the appetite isn't really there. It's not really there yet. You know, I think that people are just waiting for Bitcoin or waiting for big news, big announcement around cryptocurrency that makes the price spike up, and then wait for the altcoins to go up. Don't really think the appetite is there. Don't think people are wanting to, you know, just open up their wallets or purses and buy cryptocurrency right now. Just the time isn't really there. But the time will be here. The time will be here. Thank you, Shane, for the hearts. I appreciate that. And Jake. And David. It really does work, see? It really does work. So basically, the way to Supo's heart, send him a heart. And Jake the Red. How's Millie dealing with the heat? Karan asks. Not very well. In fact, she actually was walking on the balcony earlier, like on the literal edge where she could have fallen. So she's now banned from going outside. So, oh, Heather's here as well. Good to see you, Heather. Craig, Jabed, all this good stuff. Galactic Woman, big storm in London. Well, there's nothing here right now where I am, which is not too far from London, but it's probably likely to come very soon. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate all the hearts, and I hope that you also are as bullish on the future of cryptocurrency, because why the fuck not? Why not just be? Oh, what's the alternative? Being a miserable sod that spreads FUD and likes to be right and making bullshit predictions like when people say, oh, cryptocurrency's going to get into 4,000, 3,000. You know, just be just be optimistic, peeps. Remember to smash the like, by the way. Smash it, because I'm about to smash it. Like smashed. So smash that like. Don't forget to smash that like. If you don't smash it, then essentially you are a fool. Anyway, peeps, that is it for today. Enjoy your weekend. I hope you're going into it with a smile on your face like I am. And I will see you next time, peeps. It is lights out, all out. Da 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 do 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 do.